Hello and welcome in, everybody. Welcome back to more of the Free Trial Completionist playthrough. I have finished 3.0 Heavensward. It turns out I need a lot more things to get started on the later bits of Heavensward because of eye level, honestly. I actually bothered to look into the eye levels needed for things like the Alliance raid and the normal raid and stuff this time around, rather than just sort of bumbling into it like an idiot the way I did in ARR. And the eye levels required to get sort of all the way through either the Alliance or the normal raid are real high. And I've heard people say that the crafting in post Heavensward is not nearly as bad as it was in post ARR, and I guess we'll see. But like, I've started the process of sort of crafting myself new crafting gear, new melds, new food, new crafting gear, new melds, new food, new, you know what I mean, over and over again to sort of build up my crafter gear to the best that I can get access to in Heavensward. In the hopes that I will eventually be able to craft myself a set of gear that'll be able to like take me through the raids. That, I don't know. That might be next week. That might be another week after that. We'll see. It depends on how much crafting I can get done in a week and just how long it's going to actually take. We'll see. Um, in the meantime, while I'm doing that process, I decided to pop back into ARR to pick up something I had missed before. And so I pulled out my gun. I love that. And I am going to go and become a detective, I guess. I'm gonna go become a potato of Enquiry. Let's take some gentlemanly detective lessons, shall we? Because I've got a whole bit in Heavensward for this prepared, and I believe the Scholasticate is behind that, so I need to get all this stuff done anyway. And I just never got around to this while I was in ARR. So while we're here sort of derping around in the area between Heavensward and post Heavensward content, let's go ahead and do some stuff I left behind in ARR while working our way up to being ready. If the whispers will come my way relate to your comings and goings. Active type. Ricky would be interested in investigating some queer rumors. I've heard of a man named Hildebrand. Yep. Yes, I have. You knew the bugger. Think I'm so famous, but thinking it don't make it true. Yep. Go and get himself killed, all that nonsense about stopping Dalamud himself. Mm-hmm. For those who don't know, the Hildebrand stuff he's talking about is like the 1.0 Final Fantasy 14 stuff, where Hildebrand basically used his gun lance thing to rocket himself off into the sky towards Dalamud, because he's always doing dumb shit like that. Judging from the depth of the crater, he must have fallen from an unfathomable height. uh-huh. Amazing how well the body was preserved, though. I forgot they buried him. Now Shu, erstwhile assistant, has since become an inspector in her own right. That's a terrifying thought. A bit deaf, but sweet nonetheless. That's a pretty good descriptor for her. Wit's end, I want to help. For Battle of the Affairs of the Living, zombies are most definitely not my forte. Oh, great. Zombies. Hi, newbie. Oh, hi, I'm not new here. Hey, newbie. She'd like to visit his grave in the Lich Yard when she's frustrated. Cool. Off to the Lich Yard to see the definitely dead Hildebrand. Mm-hmm. Yup. I basically always go machinist for the Hildebrand stuff. I always think it's funny being like a cop or a detective or whatever, and it's just like, I pull out my gun. Wait, nope, went the wrong direction. Oops. Hello, Nasho. You go. You're still alive. You know how to stop these zombies. Sure, he would. He definitely wouldn't just be hanging out with them and teaching them how to be gentlemen. This is left from his right. Sometimes I know my left from my right. Not unless they label it starboard and larboard. I'm down for your services. Sure, why not? So, Nashu, agent of inquiries, extraordinary inspector. She can't get it quite right. Not quite as easy as he made it look. He's no better at it than you are. A great man, a really Urzian hero. Sure he was. Solving cases and thwarting evil. Always count on the inspector to solve it with Grace's style. Right into the crotch shot. The case of the century, he called it. How to stop the Red Moon from destroying the world. Oh my god. Flew into the sky and all I could do was watch. Yeah, he totally willingly flew into the sky, I'm sure. Didn't accidentally just launch himself. I never even played through the 1.0 Hildebrand stuff, and I can already tell you he did not choose to fly through the sky. That boy accidentally launched himself, guaranteed. Then he came back down. Yep, came back down hard. Joker Inspector. Burst out of the ground and shout surprise. Oh man. Sure, yeah, because anything could actually kill this guy. No one remembers the Warriors of Light. All gone forever, yep. I remember you. Gentleman hero Hildebrand. He never accidentally launched himself. He did it with purpose. Sure he did. Hero you were, but I'll do my best to try. Just changes her clothes right there out in the open. Takes to his grave in the rain. Inspector extraordinaire. Carry your legacy. Sure, Dashu. There must be a leader, a head zombie, who tells the rest what to do. All we need to do is kill him. Again, that is. I don't know where he is or how to find him. Now you're here, you can try the one good idea I've come up with. Go to where they were last seen in Southern Thonolin. You might find them. Yep. Have to go do the special fate in Southern Thonolin. It would be... Here would be the better place. God, this Hildebrand stuff is always so messed up and hilarious. Which is why I laughed so hard when they locked the relics behind the Hildebrand stuff, and then all those whiny little babies complained about it. Like, how dare you? It's like, no, you know what? Yoshi P is right. Go play the Hildy stuff, you morons. It's hilarious. Pull your heads out of your asses, get over your own egos, and go play the Hildy stuff. You'll laugh your ass off. Unless you have no sense of humor, you'll laugh hysterically. Awesome! Oh, not so awesome. It's only 30 seconds left in it. Yeah, there's no way I can complete this fate in that amount of time, unfortunately. So let's just go ahead and wait for the fate to finish up, and then I'll go back in and do it when it comes up the next time, I suppose. Which I think is pretty quick. This fate is usually up when I come around, so I assume this fate stays up most of the time. I was like, awesome, the fate's up, and it's like, yeah, there's 40 seconds left in it. That ain't happening. Nope. It's not like my machinist doesn't have decent gear, but my machinist has level 50 gear, so, like, he's not super quick at this sort of stuff. So while we're sitting and waiting for that fate to respawn, I can show you guys what I've been having to go through, which is doing, let's see. I think I crafted some of these, or are these the secondaries? Yeah, no, these are the secondaries. I didn't do these. I crafted some of these. The adamantite tools. I crafted a bunch of these, so I actually upgraded my tools. And then I crafted this tier. So like level 60 but no stars. They're still mastercraft recipes. They're level 60 gear, but they're not starred gear, right? I crafted that set of crafter gear. So that sort of gets me in. And then what I still need to do is find myself a decent food. Let's see. Nope. Well, there's CP and control. It'd be better if the control was on top. But the CP actually is probably more useful. So that might be worth it. Plus, that's the only one at this tier. The next tier's over here, where it's, Or does it go further? No, where is it? Heaven's Egg Soup is the next one, which I think is the best one I can do in Heavensward. Yeah. So that's the best one I can get in Heavensward. But my craftsmanship, my control is nowhere near ready for that. So I'm thinking I'm going to have to go with seafood stew. Craftsmanship required 620. Oh, I don't know if I'm quite there yet. My craftsmanship's at 580 or something like that, I think. Oh, 634? How? I mean, I know I boosted it with a lot of stuff, but that's higher than I remember it being. I thought it was like 580 something. I guess it's with the melds that are getting it there. Hmm. Also, I have something on my secondary tool in this slot. That's interesting. Okay, so I'll definitely be able to craft this stuff. And then that, mostly it's me CP and control, so it's not going to boost my craftsmanship anymore, which is a little unfortunate. Ooh, craftsmanship 870. Yeah, if that's not going to boost my craftsmanship anymore, that's going to be real bad. With my current food, which does boost craftsmanship, I can get to 681. Yeah, 870. No, I'm definitely going to need another piece of... I'm definitely going to need another gear upgrade before I get anywhere close to 870 craftsmanship and 835 control. Definitely going to need better gear for that. Also, I thought that the carbon weave stuff was the best stuff you could get access to, but I've been seeing Ironworks. That's it. There's a set of Ironworks stuff which looks a lot like the kind of stuff that Sid's people would wear, basically, which is actually, I believe, this is the best crafting, and I think there's a gather set too. I don't know for sure though. Stuff that you can get access to in Heavensward. Casting, healing, aiming, striking. Yeah. Oh yeah, see, Ironworks gathering. So this Ironworks stuff will be the best. So I will eventually have to craft the carbon weave stuff because I'm going to need its stats. But I will eventually be doing this Ironworks stuff, which will be the best set. But yeah, I think I need to craft that new seafood stew or whatever it is to get me some stat boosts, crafter gear wise. And then maybe I'll try and move on to the carbon weave stuff after that. 718, 681. No, I'm gonna need to control required 695. I'm gonna need to overmeld my gear. I'm gonna have to overmeld my gear by a lot. That's insane. I'm gonna have to like pentameld some of my gear to make that. Is there really no other upgrade in between? Oh wait, chimerical. No, this is what I already have equipped. Yeah, this is what I already have equipped. Alright. But that's basically where I'm at. That's the process I'm in and why I can't go straight into post Heavensward stuff. Because you need like eye level 230 something in order to finish the Alliance raid and normal raid. I could start them earlier than that, but I want to have what I need to go all the way through them before I really get into them, sort of thing. You know what I mean? So I kind of need to go through the whole post Heavensward crafting process of upgrading my crafter gear over and over again before I get into that. All right, let's do this. There's there a big old turtle sitting in the middle of this area? You really don't have a whole lot as a machinist at this level. Like, my OGCD ability really just isn't even strong enough to, like, make it take fewer shots to finish the enemies. Yeah, there's very little I can do to speed this process. Like, I need a whole 1, 2, 3 on pretty much all of them to do any of this. Oh, come on. Did you seriously, like, auto him while you were tab targeting through the enemies? Because that's stupid. Just die, idiot. Oh, cool. This guy can stun me now. Let's take care of this dumb beacon that's just doing nothing, but still filling up my list. Also, I love the music for this fate. I know I don't have it playing right now, but, like, the music for this fate is just hilarious. No, I'll need another. Done? Done. Alright. Now back to Nashu. I assume is, yep, still back at the grave. Just ignore this idiot and leave. Yeah, I don't even know. Like, I can't, aside from pentamelding like all hell and needing hundreds more materia to shatter and all that, and that's gonna be a long process, I literally cannot see any way that I can actually get to the stats I need to upgrade my gear more. Did you find the zombies? Yep, I have. Curious parchment. Weren't able to make new friends, that's a shame. This is a map of the Segoli Desert. Marked here in the south, look, there's something written here. Gentleman is rather than does. Let's see where this map takes us. Into the Segoli Desert. The distant, distant depths of the Segoli Desert. It's always weird when you have to come out here because of the fact that it's just this big open expanse. And the only etherite is way back there in the town. Or the little outpost, at least, for the U-tribe. So whenever you have to come way out here, it's always weird. Because you always have to fly out super far. Kind of like Carthus West, but not as bad as Carthus West. Maybe they're just shy. Call out to them and let them know we come in peace. A gentleman is rather than does. Why, hello there. Who summons the gentle dead men? Live they live and we hunger. The gentle dead men. A gentleman does not dine upon his guests. Such an idiot. Spare this fine gentleman and fair lady your mastications. Withdraw and harass them no more. Up in the sky, look, it's a bird. No, it's an airship. No, it's the inspector. You're such a dork. Oh my god. Hear and obey. Splat. Just flops on his ass. He's you. Yup. Knew nothing could kill the great Inspector Hildebrand. Who is this Hildebrand of whom you speak? My name is Zombabrand, devourer of brains. Undead overlord extraordinaire. Wonder if he's actually eaten any brains. He probably has. Yeah, undead overlord, you're a gentleman inspector. Oh my god. Inspector Overlord. Time to wake him up, Nashu. I'll knock some sense back into that noggin of yours. Yeah. Alright, Nashu. She knows exactly what she does. Concussive force of this blast is more like the liquefy mind. Oop. Crashing the ground made you forget that an explosion of equal force ought to make you remember. I'll save you or kill you trying. Ah, Nashu. Always the helpful assistant, sort of. Right into the ground again. Applaud your ingenuity, Nashu. I would prefer you found a more elegant solution. Nope. He remembers. Oh god. Blast his brains back into place, what little of them there are. Do not quite remember how I came to be here. Oh, getting drunk again. She sets off to become an inspector, yep. And then, yeah, sure. The flower on his head. So stupid. Such a wonderful tree. Wesley the Dragon. Oh god. Such a dork. For that matter, who am I? The zombies just thought he was one of them. And so did he. Just assumed he was one of them. Huh? Oh, okay. I love that the zombies are just like comforting, like, hey, welcome to the family. It's like, come on, man. Yay! Hildebrand, agent of inquiry, inspector extraordinaire, have awoken at last. Oh my god, Hildy. Red moon or black dragon, no feat does a match for a legendary might. I love the I slew a dragon in his dreams or whatever. I wonder if he was talking about Bahamut. Like he thinks he killed Bahamut. He'd be one of my many admirers. Faint tingling sensation in my arm, the ringing in my ears, dizziness. Could it be a case? No, that would be concussion. That would certainly be concussion. Mild concussion will not sway Inspector Hildebrand from his true calling. Oh my god, idiot. Somewhere nearby, dastardly doings are afoot. We ought to get thwart them. Copious quantities of sand, unbearable heat. The Segoli Desert, I put my life on it. Old Oz, but a short trek away. Only that den of iniquity could so violently trigger my keen investigator's sense. Oh my god. Sector Hildebrand shall soon deliver you from evil. Damn it, Hildy. So, which way to go? You see, I've got to go find him and change my outfit too. Oh my god, these idiots. Alright, back into Old Ah. Ah. And you know what? If we're gonna become a potato of inquiry, then we're gonna do this the right way. Ah, there we go. A much better fit for the potato of inquiry. And my gun, of course. Can't be a potato of inquiry without a gun. Oh, wait, there is one over here. Do you have any weird missions and strange investigations for us? Christian B is the whereabouts of that TV running around town dressed in rags. Reporter for the Mithril Eye. Do not consort with perverts. Also, Wyman, guess who we found? Alive! Because he could never die. Half-naked Highlander, what likes to catch criminals. I think I remember a thing like that. Spectre friend of yours, tell him to do something about a goddamn duelist. Mate's pa's cousin's kid's best friend lost his blade the other day. Oh, the duelist! Oh my god. Yes, the duelist. And that's information you want. You'd be served best by going to Wyman, of course. I've heard about this weapon thief, calls himself a duelist, or so I hear. You don't allow your opponents to refuse. Well, yeah, there's that. Hey, Wyman. Oh, that zombie problem, eh? So, do tell, just why were they dressing up like dandies? Wyman, hey, Wyman! That would be why. Oh, bloody bugger me with a bleeding spear. The dead are prison and they're walking the streets of Olda. Uh-huh. Reports of my death were greatly exaggerated. Not greatly. Reports of your death were slightly exaggerated. He's not a zombie, I checked. Eh? Be hale and healthy. Begs the question, how the seven hell did you survive that fall? Nothing like that's gonna be able to kill this idiot. I question divine providence. Here's his champion has returned. And he, and by that I mean, I shall bring this thieving duelist to justice. Even I got no inkling of that fellow's current whereabouts. I used to believe the ever inquisitive, ever ambitious, ever reliable Wyman is not a single shred of information, even one of dubious relevance. Well, thanks a lot. Some talk of a fair maiden, what said her most. This knave assaulted a young woman as well? The audacity. Oh god, idiot. I haven't seen the gentleman from the Sigoli. Yep, all dappered up. Indeed, unless you too seek the belligerent duelist, sure, why not? Why not? Vigor to engage in a friendly battle of wits. Come, who wants to win, Ashu? Damn it, Hildy, I ain't told you the lass's name yet. Oh, God. After her own heart. Assisted Hildebrand with his investigation. Yeah, that'd probably be for the best. Might as well go after him. I'd be disappointed if you don't. Go see Yellow Moon near the Weavers Guild. Alright then. Weavers Guild. I probably should also get to doing some of the crafting quests too. I'm not all that concerned about it because the really important bit of the crafting quest doesn't come until you have access to Stormblood, where you can get manipulation. That's really useful. But I guess I could do crafting quests just off stream and like record them and add them in one of the episodes. One of the other episodes I do. It is just gonna give me a bunch of freaking tools I don't care about, though. The pure heart was unlike any wand you've ever seen. You find the perfect accessory for a cultured woman. Oh god. This possession callously ripped from the hands of its owner. When bears her sorrow to his ears, what gentleman could hear this clarion call and not beg the honor of championing her cause? What an idiot. What in the world? You need some better clothes, dude. I, Hildebrand, agent of Enquiry, inspector extraordinaire. Scar all creation from the deepest pit of the seven hells, very pinnacle of the heavens for your pure heart. You, my fellow servant of justice, I see your instincts are not to be underestimated. Guide you to this fair maiden's side. I love how he didn't even hear Wyman's story. He just, like, fucked off and just happened to get drawn to this woman. He's got great inspector's instincts, just not one single iota of a brain cell. Theft, sir, to be precise. Pure heart was the most recent item to be taken from me. Had it when I left home the other day. After I browsed the latest fashions at Sun Silk and took in a match at the Coliseum, I realized it was gone. Logical course of action. Coax the hidden clues from your memories and must reenact that fateful day's excursion to Sun Silk Tapestries. Well, okay then. Wait. Ah, yes. Steps of Null. Where is Sunsilk? Ah, yes, that's Sunsilk. Okay. Sunsilk is where I got this outfit from. What can I describe your visit in detail on the day in question? Illuminashi is just passing out in the background like always. Upon the way to purchase new dress, a man approached me and confessed his undying love. Sir man says that to a complete stranger. Jack dropped my purse in shock, not intentionally, on his foot, and he cried out in pain and fled. Most unusual happening. Related to that, let's next proceed to the Coliseum and see what you remember. Like, it's a good thing that even though he's a terrible investigator, it's kind of a good thing that Hildy is back, because at least he's interested in continuing the investigation. Nashu, on the other hand, like, is bored by investigations and just wants to, like, sleep. She wouldn't have made a very good investigator. Just guys to tell us what you remember. It felt like gambling that day and was debating which match to observe. Gladiator approached me from behind and confessed his undying love. I was taken aback, whirled about, and struck the man in the face with my purse and shocked unintentionally. Since I was carrying a tremendous sum of money, my purse weighed about 6 score pounds. And the blow was enough to render him unconscious. 120 pounds? Smooth, you're a remarkably strong woman. Precisely why you were targeted. So obvious that the thief bore you a grudge. No, it's more than that. He hated you with a passion. Really? My giant crates and all that. The Weaver's Guild, Sunsilk Tapestries in here too. So I wonder what's inside. I don't see how we can open. Of course, I still have plenty of explosives. Why don't you try? Yay, I get to blow shit up with Nashu's explosives. Nashu's Delights. I love that they're called that. Why, hello there, idiots. Every crime a single unassailable truth. It's only by navigating a web of falsehoods and contradictions, sure. Now, for as a shepherd leads his flocks, I shall guide you to my irrefutable conclusion. Feelings only be rejected, physically assaulted. Wounding his pride as a warrior and a man, resenting her prowess whilst recognizing his weakness. The more feasible vengeance. He robs Yellow Moon of her weapon, the pure heart. Inspector, we found the pure heart. These tradesmen sneaking around town and wooden crates at it. We're not thieves, we're devotees. Oh god. We wish to keep her safe from harm. Just place an item from time to time. We'd collect it for safekeeping. Nothing untoward. Sure. Oh god, this time you've been stuck in me. What nerve? Unbridled fury. Such righteous indignation. We should be glad to accept the goddess's punishment. Oh god, you creeps. Ah, but of course, that I had you inspect those crates was a stroke of genius indeed. Sure it was. Uh-huh. Recent rash of weapon thefts. Nope. Thefts were carried out by a single individual, you imbecile. Hey there. Been a while since I've hung out with her. The culprit is a duelist. He only claims his victims' weapons after defeating them in single combat. Your powers of observation are as great as you claim. You should have deduced those buffoons and boxes were capable of such. I'm a reporter for the Mithril Eye. Yup. Name's Elliot. I've been investigating these incidents for weeks. Inspector Hildebrand, gentleman investigator and agent of Enquiry, I presume. You looking well for a dead man. Like to be one of the duelist victims. I'll introduce you. May this mark the beginning of a long and beautiful friendship. Sure, pal. Yeah, very good. The name of the man is... There they go, not even listening. Where the bloody hell do you think you're going? I haven't told you anything yet. Filtered water, the immaculate deception. Having no other recourse, she'd tell you the identity of the victim instead, since he ran off without figuring it out. Suppose since you're the imbecile's friend, you intend to help him? Yup. Adventurer named Humphrey at the Golden Bazaar. I don't know what will happen when he discovers the victim is a perpetrator as well. Oh boy. Up, up, and away! Up and over the cliffs. I mean, you are... I'm a potato of Enquiry. Spud, Spectre, Extraordinaire, I guess. Either young sir, I told you you're a victim of the marauding duelist. Victim amusing, you amuse me. Go where he thought to find a whelp. Yeah. Found a warrior of light instead. I defended my honor and my blade. See for yourself. Yep, sure. Nothing compared to what I faced at Cartano. Uh-huh, sure, pal. I checked to the right of us, Magic to the left, stuck in the middle with Master Lou we were. Master Lou. He was a dab hand with the old magic, he was. Tried to save him, of course, but there's a limit to how many giant beasties make it. What an idiot. That man's no warrior of light. Oh, God. Tell them Eleazar. Tell them how he lost and surrendered a sword that was not his own. Scoundrel. Just that bastard with me father's blade bid him take it to a smithy for restoration. He even gave him a gil to pay for it. Then he comes crawling back sniveling and begging forgiveness for losing it in a duel. As if that's enough to set things right. Look at me, bleeding heart. Look at me flowing golden locks are no more. I've come bald from the stress and heartbreak. Oh, God. Sure, you like 150-year-old looking man. Gone bald from the stress. That's what it is. Alright, he beat the shit out of me and took the old man's sword. I used the gil to pay the chirurgeon. No idea where he or the sword is. What am I supposed to do? I can't give him what I don't have. Unless you help me find the sword. That's what you do, right? Help people. First you claim the legacy not your own, then you beg others to help you with problems your own making. You will refuse this man, won't you? No, he's stupid like that. What of Eleazar's flowing golden locks? How will forsaking young Humphrey help the man he was wronged? In our search by questioning the people of the Golden Bazaar. Oh, this life. What about Eleazar's flowing golden locks? It's like that man is well past his prime. I don't think he's gonna have any for a while. Much to look at, but at least it was authentic. There are a few collectors have been tricked into purchasing counterfeit relics. I should be ashamed of himself robbing poor Eleazar of a priceless family heirloom. Show you should never trust an adventurer who claims to be a warrior of light. Thieves and tricksters, a lot of them. Maybe you should consider giving Eleazar a counterfeit blade if the deception brings him peace in his final days. Would it be so wrong? She's still falling asleep. Oh, look, there's the little creeper already stalking her. I didn't really pay attention to him in the early days because I didn't realize it until later. But, like, there he is. Already he's stalking her. I don't know if I saw him in any other locations before this. He could have been all the way back when you first encounter her at the graves, and I just didn't pay attention for all I know. But there he is, gonna keep stalking her forever, basically. So what's I'm the foggiest about that? Traveling merchant Jompa is the one you want to speak with, assuming he hasn't left. The Jompa, don't leave yet. No knowledge of an ancient sword, at least not one I can guarantee to be authentic. Or as I determined to be of dubious origin, I immediately discard in the spring east of Camp Drybone. Though I have no swords for sale at present, I may have disposed of a facsimile similar in design to the one you described. Unload the deceive an honorable man like Eleazar. Well-intentioned ruse may put his heart at ease. So in that spring, it won't remain there for long. One of the more convenient sources of fresh water for the common folk. Endeavor to be more optimistic, Zelly, like me. So we search the spring first before declaring all to be lost. Oh god, don't I have to do salamander oil nonsense with him at this point? Yeah, I think this is the first time I have to, like, slather him up in salamander oil. I love that the merchant just admits to us that he just chucks his garbage in this spring of water where people you get like their fresh water from. Just throws his crap in here. Yet fully recovered from my accumulated injuries, now be prudent to immerse my body in water. First coating it in a liberal application of salamander oil. Dearest mother tended my childhood scrapes just so. God. You can assist me by pouring the oil all over my body. Ew. Here, have some salamander oil. Comforting son as though I have a child in her arms. Quickly now, before it dries, knead the oil into my aching flesh. Ew. The pain multiplies manifold. Gently now, gently. Double ew. As my muscles slacken and soften, the warmth spreads and the pain becomes pleasure. Triple ew. Keep doing that. Just like that. What's more feeling? Quadruple freaking ew. Before I've ever received such splendid ministrations. Now then, into the spring. Oh my god. Holy pot. Nope. Muddy pebble. Nashu's still falling asleep in the spring. People really just dump their refuse in here. There it is. Muddy bottle. Here, a bunch of crap, Hildy. Nothing of value. Worthless bottle, not the sword you're looking for. A useless rock. Useless and unremarkable rock. Come now, what were you expecting? Irrelevant potsherd. At least you didn't pick up a rock at random like some people. Side of the sword you mentioned. No, what was that anyway? Like, it was probably just you falling asleep while standing up in the freaking water. Because you did, yep, tripped over a sword. Instincts have guided us to our quarry. Had you searched that section of the spring, was a stroke of... Battery held to conduct investigations of those clothes. I'll go to the little dot and fetch you some new ones. And there, purchase a few bottles of hair tonic for Eleazar as well. The newest, most potent blend you can find. Most potent blend you can buy. Soon all of Eleazar's woes will be no more. Sure, pal. Just any random sword will work fine. I'm sure just any random piece of crap sword will definitely be usable for him. Oh, great. There's a fate going on here. Oh, someone else took care of it. Good. Eleazar. Return to you your father's ancient blade. Not even close. Really? Is her every chip and scratch just so I remember? Okay, then. Go to such lengths for two strangers with a thought of reward. Altruism is a rare trait these days. Common enough if you know where to look. Gentleman recognizes the good in every soul. None deserve to be forsaken. Oh, God. True gentleman, that your garments beg to differ. Yeah, don't worry, now she's on her way. Brought you change of clothing. I also brought a supply of tonic from the peddler I met in Pearl Lane. Can you bring me that case? Uh-huh. Hair tonic. Huh? Wait. Card. Yeah. Right in the head. Appears to be something lodged in my forehead. Could it be a missive from an adoring admirer? Those damn dogs are very, very loud these days. Author neglected to pen her name. I've come to claim the collector's blade. Is that supposed to be flattering? It's supposed to be intimidating. The duelist wrote this. He's daring you to stop him. And then Hildy. Everyone else is like worried, and Hildy's like, ooh, this sounds fun. At last, the curtain rises. I have to duel the duelist. I must dress for the occasion. I love that that dude is back there just slathering the hair tonic on in like gallons. Card steps sound always. Yeah. Oh. Uh-huh. Yup, sure, pal. Oh my god, Hildy is so bad. Hildebrand, agent of Enquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, accept your challenge. No light in that quarter, yet it has the power of the sun. Yeah. So bold, so majestic, just like a warrior of light. A gentleman of light. No, a gentleman of light. Oh, God. He is exceptionally something. Ellie's great. It's Matilda Praise, amazing. Oh god, so bad. Best quest line ever. Yep, best quest line ever. Look at his flowing golden locks. I also love how they just do like generic looking man to make sure you don't get any idea who the like bad guy is. Love playing Find Nashu's Stalker. Yup. Yeah, yeah. In the overworld in quite a few places. Yeah, yeah, he is. The strongest sword. Hi, Greg. Guys of the roiling desert. Longer must I seek the blade of legend. He's got that stupid gun lance too. Giggle machine. Yeah, I already found Nashu's stalker once. He may have appeared even earlier than that, but I wasn't thinking to look for him near the gravestones or anything like that. First time I saw Nashu's stalker was here in Golden Bazaar, watching her. Gentleman hero Hildebrand. Challenge accepted, my worthy opponent. Shall not claim the blade. What she do with weapons, not wits? This bridge hardly seems appropriate for such a battle. Yep, battle on the big bridge. Unfortunately, I don't have the music playing because it is great. I know that spirit. That's what I found buried with the pumpkin. Pumpkin sort of remind me of. No, it's gone. Never mind. Oh my god, Dashu. So bad. Should I continue on with it? Science of deduction. Yeah. This is part of what we'll need to get done in order to unlock Scholasticate, because we have to get his storyline basically finished before we can start Scholasticate. Maybe I'll save it. I mean, that would end up making this a very, very, very short stream, but I could definitely fit another Hildebrand in here, but there's probably enough to cut together for an episode of just one chapter of Hildebrand that's hilarious enough. And I've got a lot of crafting to get through to get ready for the other Heavensward stuff. So making a few episodes out of Hildebrand might be fun as sort of oh god. That would legitimately be a filler arc, wouldn't it? Like, by definition, that would be a filler arc, wouldn't it? Yeah, I guess that's what I'm doing. I'm creating a filler arc while I get my gear ready for post Heavensward. A filler arc of Hildebrand, and maybe Scholasticate if I get through enough of the Hildebrand stuff, and I'm still not quite ready. Hopefully, it'll only take me a week or two to get my gear ready for post Heavensward, though. I need to get all the way up to like eye level 230 something for post Heavensward, though. So, no. That would be... See, this is 220. That's not even high enough. The icon stuff. Isn't that the best stuff available? No, no. There is another set at 250. Cashmere, sewing, thread, scintillant. I don't know. I want to see where some of this stuff comes from. Let me look. Sources. Desynthesis. Market board crafted with white frost cotton balls from Kurthis West. It's starred, so it's... okay, but it is gatherable. Alright. Scintillant ingot is crafted from scintillant nuggets, which are tomestones of poetics, sky pirate spoils. Okay, so I'll probably just buy those for poetics, because it looks like there's no way to really collect those myself. Got it. Razic sap you buy from the grain company. Oh no, wait, it says aluminium ore is from Ozus Law. It's rare, but it's from Ozus Law. Okay, that's gatherable then. Star Velvet. I just want to make sure none of this stuff is like, well, you need to go into the raids first and gather this material, then you can use it, right? That's the thing I'm worried about. Invisible Silk is Poetics. Desynthesis. Poetics. It's Sky Pirate Spoils, but you can just buy them for Poetics. I could do the Sky Pirate Spoils, but I think that requires you to start the... I assume that requires you to start the Alliance raid, and I could, but I'd rather not until I have my gear ready. Luckily, most of this stuff looks like you can just buy it for Poetics, which... again, it's like, there's another way for you to get it other than Poetics, but not really in time for what I intend. Alright. A Wolfram Square. Hemision leather? Hemision? Hemision hide. Wattle bark, camphorwood branch. That's Churning Mist. That's Ozus Law. And Hemision hide is also Sky Pirate Spoils, but you can buy it for Poetics. What else? Okay, no, that looks like that's it. Yep. So some of this stuff would have been like, no, go into the Alliance raid first, and then use the stuff you pull out of the Alliance raid to make this gear. Which, for normal progression, makes sense, but because I'd kind of like to do the entire Alliance raid in a single episode, doesn't really make sense for me. I need gear that will let me get to the end of the Alliance raid. Like, from the moment I start it, right? And that gear will also let me get to the end of the normal raids. There's, I had a list, actually. I made sure to jot it down, because I made this mistake in ARR, in which I started the normal raid way too early. Like, you needed eye level 123, something like that, at maximum for the Coils of Bahamut, and I started it with, like, eye level 70 gear. Like, I started it way too early because I didn't look at what the eye levels went up to, and then I ended up having to, like, hold episodes back and move episodes out of order and stuff like that to try and make it make any sense whatsoever when I uploaded it, because I then needed, like, 3 months of crafting and gathering and stuff like that in post-ARR to get up to where I could craft that gear. So I made sure to jot it down so I don't start the Alliance raid or the normal raid too early this time around. So I need eye level 235 to finish all of Sky Pirates, and I need eye level 230 to finish all of Alexander. So that's really what I'm doing. And that's why I'm kind of like, oh, if I can make a filler arc out of the Hildebrand stuff, that'd be fine. Because I need time. I need time off stream to sort of craft my way through multiple tiers of crafting and crafting upgrades in order to be able to make the eye level high enough gear to actually do the Alliance raids and normal raids. Another thing I could sort of make filler arc stuff out of could be the Heavensward Relic. Again, I don't think I'm going to need that long. I think if I really only do like 1 chapter of Hildebrand each week, I think that's 3 weeks? I think this first section of Hildebrand is 3 of those chapters long, if I remember correctly. I think I should only need another week or two probably to get through the crafting, depending on if I hit roadblocks and walls and stuff that I need to sort of fight through like I did in post ARR or not. But let me come in here. Let's see. Let me jot. But yes, even though I know that makes for a very like short stream today, I think I will end up calling it here because I have a lot of stuff to work on off stream, unfortunately, right now. So we're probably going to be cutting the Hildebrand stuff up into sort of a filler content arc here while I work on my off stream stuff for the next couple weeks. But I will not leave you guys completely with nothing here. Let me... Oh, first, let me go ahead and pop back to Limsa and get some rest. In the meantime, I will pop over to Twitch and see who's doing what today. Let me just go ahead and turn this music off real quick. And let's see who's live. Boom. No, Minecraft. Rocky's doing Minecraft? I don't know. M8S and blah, 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 blah. Everyone's doing really, really way later stuff for the most part. Getting close to a title. Fork Tower clears. Oh, Jesus. Eminent Star Rail. Freaking Roblox. Maybe we'll check out Froggy. Woo! That can be loud when it wants to. Especially when I crank the volume. Alright.